Okay, this video is going to be a tutorial on how to skirt the dart and oval wahoo lures using skirts and Mylar. We have a dart, takes a size 40 head skirt, and the oval one takes the size 352. Good pair of scissors, super glue. I've covered up the brand, but it's the cyanocryolate. That's the active ingredient. So to put the skirt on, this particular one we cut just above the neck. Do a little test fit. About right. Add a little bead of glue. Not much around there. Slide that on. Make sure it's sitting straight. Let that sit for a minute. Larger one. Little test fit. A little bead of glue right on the edge here so it pushes forward and absorbs the glue under the skirt rather than push it up and over. It should look like that. If you need to, get a little paper towel. Make sure there's no excess glue. That will get on your fingers and all over the place real quick. Alright, let them sit for a minute. I know it's super glue, I know it sets real quick, but I like to let it sit. Then we've got the Mylar. This comes in an 8-inch strip. I don't know if you could see it all that well, but every 8.5 inches there's a part that's not split. See, the splits go up to here and up to here. We call this the bridge. So every other bridge, take our 3/4 inch double-sided tape, stick that over the bridge like that. Cut it off. Then at the next bridge, we can cut it there. Cut the bridge in half. Cut this off and this off. So that gives us our pieces. We got 3, we only need 2 for this particular lure. Blue, same thing. This one already has half a bridge, so just cut that one off. Again, don't do this bridge, you want to do every other bridge. Saves on double tape. You will see the bridges easily in real life, even if you don't see it on the video. Cut that in half. Cut the other piece of bridge off. Okay, now we got 2 bits of blue, a couple bits of silver. The last thing we need is the big 948 strip. And I'm going to use the 1-inch wide tape because it's got a wider bridge. You might be able to see the bridge a little easier with this stuff. It's right there. So line that up, put the tape down. Cut that off. In this case, I usually cut about 3/8 of an inch. like that. Throw that piece away. Cut the other half of the bridge off. So that's one piece. Cut this off at the bridge. That's your second piece. Okay. So now, skirt's pretty much attached. Oh, no it isn't. Always double check that. If you have to leave it longer or re-add the glue, make sure you do that. Always give it a tug. I'm going to cut it off just a little bit. Sometimes this wants to sit a little longer. So I'm going to leave that aside, let it sit up. We'll do this one instead. There we go. It's stuck pretty good. So then this is pretty simple. Take your double-sided tape, peel that off, line it up, center of the tape with the bottom of the lure, just like so. Get a piece of the blue, same thing, line it up with the center of the head, so then you'll get the blue over the silver. Pretty easy. Next, take your long strip, and this wants to be, I like it in between the length of the inner Mylar and the end of the skirt. So I'm going to cut it about there. But that's personal preference. So this one, oh, I forgot to mention something. I'll mention that back in a second. But here, we take it, I like to center it at the top in the middle of the tape. Wrap it around. Should meet somewhere near the bottom. Like that. Now you should have a fairly compact tube. Then take your 3/8 inch black. You need about 6 inches. Peel that off. And then up under the back of the head, just wrap this parallel like that. That just binds the whole lot together, and that's it. Rub it, separate the strands out. As much as you want, and you're done. What I was going to mention about the bridges, I forgot earlier, is on the, you can put the tape on either side of the Mylar. If you put it on the inside, it tends to stay tight to the lure. If you put it on the outside, you'll tend to get a flare. So what I do on the inner Mylar, I put the tape on the inside, but on the outer Mylar, I put the tape on the outside, not inside here. Put it on this. That will make the outer piece flare out a little more rather than stay tucked in. But that's personal preference. You can do it either way. I'm going to let that blue one sit a little longer. But we got a red and a black one here. That's glued on pretty good. Just one other little trick to show you. Let's see. There's a piece of red. We're going to put that on real quick. on the bridge. Cut that off, cut the end. And the black. Okay, there's the black ready to go. Put that over the top. The red underneath. Okay, this time, because this is a head with less diameter, I'm going to take off a couple, 3 strands of this, just so it doesn't overlap so much. I always keep these strands because you can always put them on other lures and do other things with them. So set that aside. Oh, I didn't cut it to the size either. There we go. Let's line that up. Cut off about there. That's about right. There's the back of the head. Get that lined up. Like that. There's a little bit of flare on that. Where's my black? Here it is. There you go. Kaboom. 1, 2. Ta-da.